won this championship, and also seen some amazing qualifying sessions. We are going to head straight down to the grid, though, because I think it's important to speak to some of the drivers. And on pole position, of course, Aaron Ferrazzano is standing by to speak to Chaz Draycott.
Starting from pole position once again, you must be confident for another victory?
Yes, for sure. I think we have the speed. Now, let's see what we can do, but I am very confident, so let's see.
And oh, sorry, what about the conditions here? Because it's obviously very hot now, much different to yesterday evening.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different, but overall it's the same, so I am confident.
Well, best of luck, hope it goes well.
Sorry?
Best of luck, hope it goes well.
Thank you.
Right, we're going to quickly move over and we're going to try and speak to his teammate as well, Alexander Burdo. I'm going to move over as quickly as possible here and hopefully not elbow the end plate on his car this time and nearly break the machine. Alex, great to see you. How confident are you on the front row next to your teammate here?
Yeah, I'm very happy today. I'm start to P2. It's a very great progress for me. And enjoy for the race.
And speaking of enjoying, how are you finding this circuit? It looks like a fantastic track to drive in these cars.
Yeah, it's beautiful track and Spain. I like Spain.
Me too. I'm enjoying the sunshine. I just asked your teammate about the conditions because it's very hot today compared to yesterday evening. It was a bit cooler. Does that change things much for you?
No, I like hot race. And enjoy.
Well, we hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're about to clear the grid though, unfortunately, but at least we got to speak to two of them this time and get more than one question in, so thank you very much for our producers throwing it to us a bit sooner. We've got the two Winfield cars on the front row of the grid though. They're going to be trying to defend from the guys behind. It should be an interesting race, Claire. Let's see how they get on.
Thank you, Chaz. Standing by on the grid, bringing us the latest, of course, from Aaron Ferrazzano, who won the first race out this weekend, and also Alexander Burdo, who has joined us for the first time this weekend and is starting on the first row of the grid. So that car there, car number 38, the Winfield racing car, teammates these two, so we shouldn't see too much issues between the two of them. However, tell a racing driver that. And we'll see how 2 makes 1 going into turn 1. Turn 1 is a sharp left-hander, and it does catch a few of the drivers out, and especially in these single-seaters. Nano Lopez then currently leading the championship, I believe, after a 8th place finish yesterday and a win last time out. So 1 minute board will be shown very shortly and the grid will be cleared and the formation lap will get underway. So if you've missed some of the other races that we've had some great racing in the Hoosier Formula Cup, actually. This is the 3rd race of the weekend, and we've had some new faces on the podium. Solian Amrouche got a 3rd place in the first race this morning, yesterday rather, and Laurent Vutic, her first overall 2nd place for him as well, the gentleman driver who is leading the championship at the moment in the gentleman category. Hugh Barter, who was our championship leader coming into this race weekend, has not been here, and obviously for that doesn't pick up any points at all for the race. So as it stands, Nano Lopez should, I think, have taken the championship lead by now. With the win last time out, it would be interesting to see how he can get on in this race, though. Aaron Ferrazzano starting on pole position again. Behind him is the rookie Alexander Burdo, his first weekend in the Hoosier Formula Cup. One of the drivers is, one of the cars is slightly out of position there. Shouldn't matter too much if they line up in position, but it looks like Nano Lopez was just slightly facing his wheels a bit on the wonk, but shouldn't matter because it's only the lineup for the formation lap, and that doesn't hugely make a difference out there. Temperatures getting warm ahead of the race. 11:15 local time here in Aragon, Spain. And significantly warmer. Here's the starting grid then for the Hoosier Formula Cup. We've got Aaron Ferrazzano on pole position. Alexander Berdo in second. Third is Laurent Vutic. Nano Lopez is in fourth. Solien Ambrouche is fifth. Sixth is Matteo Valente, who got his first podium last time out. And then seventh is Frederic Boileau. Eighth, Walter Reichart. Ninth is Gilles de Pierre. Alain Boucher is 10th. Thierry Malholm is 11th. And 12th, rounding up the final car, is Dylan Estra. After, I would assume, he's picked up a penalty. Oh, no, he didn't finish the last race because he had a collision, of course, with Aaron Ferrazzano and had damage to his car, though the team say that there shouldn't be any issues today. I saw the team confirming that they had a bit of work on the car back of Dylan Estra's car, but that the car would be okay to race today. So that is great news. Seems that we already have a couple of cars under investigation, 18 and 68. Which is Gilles de Pierre and Alain Boucher, are under investigation for Part Fermi regulation infringements. So shouldn't make a huge amount of difference at the top of the grid, but unlucky for Alain Boucher and whoever I just said the other one, Gilles de Pierre. Right, formation lap then underway, and we will soon be going racing for the final race in the Hoosier Formula Cup. Of course, we will be back out in action in about 3.5 weeks' time, 4 weeks' time in Magny-Cours. And then we finish the championship. The year's gone so quickly, hasn't it? We finished the championship in Paul Ricard in a couple of months' time. So don't forget, we've got our winter series, though, that's getting underway in February. March, April, I think it's January it starts. Let me get the dates exactly for you so you can know about the winter series as well, because it's definitely worth checking it out as the cars line up in preparation. Got the brand new winter series. The winter series has 3 rounds. It's going to take, yeah, it was right, from February to March. And you can check our website for more information on that, but you'll see more endurance racing and single-seaters and GTs and all sorts out there. So if you're liking what you're already seeing, then do make sure you check out our winter series information, all on our website, of course, on Ultimate Cup. And you will get everything you need to know about what's happening over the winter to get your fix of racing. Final car then, Thierry Malholm just slots into position at the back. Yellow flag still being shown as Dylan Estra finds his place at the back. Not exactly where he would like to start the race, but after crashing out, unfortunately, he has to start at the back of the grid. Green flag is flying then. It is Aaron Ferrazzano on pole position. The lights will go out and we will go racing, and it's green flag and we're racing immediately. That was a good start, it seemed, from Frederic Boileau to take the middle of the pack, but it is Aaron Ferrazzano who manages to get into turn 1 and take the lead. Good work from Aaron Ferrazzano and gets a big lead straight away. So good work there from Aaron Ferrazzano. And quite a slow slow start. It's a very fast start. Quite a clean start, I was going to say, from all of the drivers out there. Aaron Ferrazzano then leads the way from Alexander Berdo. Start is under investigation. Nano Lopez in third, and Matteo Valente has got forward rather from 6th place to 4th. So Laurent Vutic is the one that has dropped back. That's Nano Lopez in car number 24. And he is the one that is battling for the championship at the moment, with Hugh Barton not here this weekend. So some defending there for Alexander Berdo as Nano Lopez looks to go up the inside. And Nano Lopez makes it happen right there, going around the inside and taking that back from Alexander Berdo. Winfield Racing Team watching by as their driver currently leading the way. And picking out quite a good lead at the moment. And it looks like Berdo is trying to come back on Nano Lopez round the outside of turn 1. Not going to work there. And actually, it looks like Matteo Valente has managed to get himself up to 3rd place now and actually pushed back Alexander Berdo to 4th. So good move there from Matteo Valente. And Nano Lopez breathes a sigh of relief a little bit because he's got the Winfield Racing car actually dropped behind Matteo Valente now. Matteo Valente picking up his first podium of his Ultimate Cup career earlier this morning. And he was very happy with that one, of course. Aaron Ferrazzano looking for his 2nd win of the weekend. Lamo Racing getting involved as well, with, of course, Thierry Malholm just a bit further back, and Solian Amrouche, who is currently running 7th at the moment. That's Solian Amrouche there in the red livery. And that is the team watching on. Solian Amrouche at the moment chasing down Laurent Vutic. Incident involving car number 38 and 24 noted, forcing another car off the track. Now that was Alexander Berdo and Nano Lopez. We saw Berdo off the track, and if you gain an advantage by forcing another car off the track, you either get a penalty or you have to give it back. So interesting to see what the decision will be there. It's noted at the moment, and that means that the stewards will be looking into it. That's Nano Lopez, and they're going past as well as Matteo Valente. This is the car that started on 2nd, Alexander Berdo, and that's the person that is going to be looked into as well as Nano Lopez for that move. Oh, sorry, it was we've just had a correction come through. I didn't think it was Nano Lopez. I thought it was Matteo Valente, but there we go. Matteo Valente for 2nd place, 3rd place at one point. That was a kick of dust from Dylan Estra, catching the rear end of over some of the pebbles and kicking up a bit of dust. So Aaron Ferrazzano still leading the way with a 3.3 second lead at the moment from Nano Lopez. Matteo Valente managed to get himself past Alexander Berdo, but that is the one that's being investigated for 3rd place, because the stewards might think that Matteo Valente pushed Alexander Berdo off the track to gain an advantage. So that's what they'll be looking into. Dylan Estra has had a brilliant start. I almost didn't notice him because he's managed to get from the back of the grid all the way up to 5th. So he started 12th, back of the grid completely, and has managed to carve his way through incredibly quickly in 2 laps to get up to 5th place. And now he's after Alexander Berdo. So let's see what happens between these two. Alexander Berdo in car number 38, Dylan Estra there in car number 23. And can he do it here? He's looking to see up the inside. Really impressive performance here from Dylan Estra. His brother, Kevin Estra, is a very well-known driver. And can he do it here, getting into turn 16? And they're side by side, and he's going to take the inside line. And if he locks up a little bit on the front left, that might give it back to Alexander Berdo. But Dylan Estra says no, absolutely not, into turns 16 and 17, and shuts the door firmly in his face. So good work from Dylan Estra there. A bit hot on the brakes as he went into turn 16 and into 17, but managed to keep hold of it. Alexander Berdo has not had enough of it here yet, though. Wants to battle again with Dylan Estra, but Dylan Estra says no once again and closes the door going into turn 1 and 2. So really good fighting from these two for position, and Dylan Estra makes his way up to 4th. So he's pulling away a little bit from Alexander Berdo now, and looks like Dylan Estra's next got Matteo Valente in his eye line. As you can see, the rear end of the car in front of him, and he will look to see what he can do and end up maybe on the podium, and that would be an incredible feat from the back of the grid. So the lead pack is separated by not a lot, really. The leaders just making their way around turn 15 at the moment. Aaron Ferrazzano, quickly followed by Nano Lopez. This is Dylan Estra, who is refusing at the moment to shake Alexander Berdo from his tail, despite managing to get round him, and wants to start battling it out with Matteo Valente, but he's just a little bit too far back at the moment with 12 minutes left on the clock. This then is Walter Rijkaard battling it out for 8th place with Frederick Boileau for company. And he's a little bit far back. Behind you can see Gilles Depierre. And behind that, Alain Boucher. So Walter Rijkaard then at the moment looking pretty comfortable in his 8th position. But Frederick Boileau is looking to get past him. This again then is Dylan Estra, who's being hunted down by the Winfield Racing driver that's just been overtaken, Alexander Berdo. And that is our our 3rd place driver, Matteo Valente, getting a bit slidey there at the moment, heading into turn 7 and 8. As the leading pack make their way up towards turn 9, which is catching a couple of the drivers out at the moment in terms of track limits, round the left-hander of turn 10. Incidents involving car number 38, which is, of course, Alexander Berdo, and 59, which is Matteo Valente, is now officially under investigation for forcing another car off the track. Gets noted by the stewards. The stewards say, shall we have a look at it further? And they've said, yes, we're going to have a look at that further. That is for Matteo Valente's move on Alexander Berdo to get up to 3rd place. Dylan Estra then closing the gap a little bit towards Matteo Valente. Be interesting to see what the stewards deem. Under investigation, another car out of track, car number 59. So that's Matteo Valente. Oh, no, it's just coming up again. It was a correction. Car number 59 is under investigation. So only Matteo Valente is under investigation for that incident with Alexander Berdo for potentially pushing him wide to get 3rd position. Walter Rijkaard then pulled out a bit of space from Frederick Boileau behind. Gilles Depierre and Alain Boucher have closed the gap a little bit to keep him company. Company he probably could do without. They're fighting at the moment for 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. Aaron Ferrazzano setting the fastest time at the front of the pack with 9.5 minutes left on the clock. And that is our leader as it stands, in control of this race. At the moment, heading around that left-hander of turn 10 and down towards turn 11 into the kink at turn 12. Followed quickly by Nano Lopez, who is 3.5 seconds behind, watching Aaron Ferrazzano ahead of him, turning into turns 14 and 15, and then headed back down the back straight towards the hairpin at turn 16, where you can really kind of get your speed in before you have to brake quite sharply before turn 16, which is described sort of as a hairpin, but it's quite a short hairpin. It is a hairpin, but it's got a short hairpin and then it has a kink of turn 17. So it's a bit of a different hairpin than we're used to. It's not as tight and opens up a little bit quicker, as you can see here as they go round. There, it opens up again after you have the hairpin up towards the start-finish straight. So here they come again across the start-finish straight, 6 laps down. And at the moment, you have to say Aaron Ferrazzano could be on for his 2nd win of the weekend. Dylan Estra still closing in the gap on Matteo Valente, and now much closer than he has been to Matteo Valente. And currently coming around turns 7. Well, heading into 6, then into 7 now, of the right-hander of 7, up towards turn 8. And then we'll have the sweeping long left-hander of turn 10. Turn 9 here is where it's catching a lot of drivers out for track limits, and then you go round to turn 10 and head down towards the kink at turn 12. And at the moment, Dylan Estra just starting to close that gap in on Matteo Valente, who is under investigation, remember. Oh, we got a spin. That is Alain Boucher, who has come to a halt. And I can't quite see where that is. It says turn 5, so first sector. So he's had a spin just coming out of the exit of turn 5 into 6. So the flags are being, yellow flags are being shown at turn 5. But he actually looks more situated between turn 6 and 7. So we'll see if he can get going again. Safety car's out. So I think the answer to that is no, he couldn't get going again, and now the safety car is out. So everyone will neutralise down to the same speed. And the safety car will come out and guide them round for the next couple of laps until the car that is stuck at the moment in the middle of turn 5 and 6 and 7, which is Alain Boucher, is removed. We've only got 5-6 minutes left on the clock, so we might get a couple of short laps to the end here, but a lap around here at the moment for these drivers, for these cars rather, is 2 minutes, 1 minute 57.1. So if you're behind the safety car, obviously it's a much slower lap because that's how it works, because they have to go slower. Because there's something on the track, which is Alain Boucher, which is stopped. He has stopped at turn 5. There you go. That's Alain Boucher. So very much still stuck there, and he will, I assume, have to be towed out of that. It doesn't look like he's stuck in the gravel. It just looks more like he's sort of just stuck. He did have a mechanical failure in turn 1 and wasn't actually able to start the race. So I don't know if that's something else that's happened. We didn't see the incident, or he's had a spin. Safety car then out with 5 minutes left on the clock. Alain Ferrazzano leading the way, looking to get his 2nd win of the race under safety car conditions at the moment, thanks to Alain Boucher's car appearing to not want to move from turn 5. Lamo Racing will have to look into that, see what's been going on, and get it tip-top for Magny-Cours in a couple of weeks' time. So I fear that we might be under safety car conditions for the end of the race. And like I said, a lap round here is 2 minutes, and under the safety car, significantly slower. Aaron Ferrazzano, for example, has just done a minute-long first sector, so definitely a bit slower, considering, like I said, a lap round here is 2 minutes. Someone going off there. Looked like Thierry Malholm, who is... Has something happened under the safety car? because he was off track. We'll have to see if he's rejoined. But Thierry Malholm, who's at the back of the grid there, seemed to have a bit of an off behind the safety car. 3 minutes left then, and I very much doubt that we are going to see any more racing in these cars. We might get one more lap. But yes, it's a much slower speed behind the safety car as they try to remove Alain Boucher, who unfortunately, like I said, has stopped at turn 5. It does seem to be bunching them up quite a lot, this safety car, though. I'm sure there's a limited speed that they know they need to do. But it does feel like they're going ever so slow, doesn't it? But that's the point of a safety car. Safety car is going to be in this lap. That is great news. So we should get 2 more laps, I think, of this race to go racing again. 2.5 minutes. That's should be 1 more lap, I think, actually, by the time they get round. Well, they're getting round now. Safety car will pull away. Aaron Ferrazzano will bunch up the pack much like he is now. Safety car will peel into the pit lane, and Aaron Ferrazzano will get this race re-going. So he will put his foot down and restart this race anytime now. He's holding them for a while, isn't he? And heading up towards turn 1, and he should anytime now put the throttle down. And to turn 1 they go. Is he going to pull away yet? He's thinking about it, and I think he's gone now. Let's see if we can see. He should have gone now. Green flag is then out. The race has restarted with 1 minute 37 left on the clock. This should be the final lap because a lap round here is 2 minutes. But they've all been bunched up. So can Aaron Ferrazzano hold on to this and manage to take his 2nd win of the weekend? Let's see then. Nano Lopez on his tail. Falling back a little bit there is Matteo Valente. Dylan Estra will be sniffing around to see if he can get back up to 3rd place and take away a podium from this. But it looks like Aaron Ferrazzano's had a good start there, and Nano Lopez unable to catch the driver in front who has led from pole position so far. There he is then, Nano Lopez, chasing down the leader, Aaron Ferrazzano. I'm almost certain this will be the final lap. And Matteo Valente just falling into the traps there of Dylan Estra, who is on his rear and looking racy behind him. So can Matteo Valente hold on? He is under investigation for an incident earlier in the race with the 5th place sitter, Alexander Berdeau. Off the track goes Dylan Estra. So gonna lost a bit of time there when he was on the rear end of Matteo Valente. Difficult then to get more speed again because you've lost the speed by going on the curbs. Matteo Valente being reported about turn 5 again for track limits. Clock is counting down to 10 seconds. And this will be, like I said, the final lap of the race. Good to get green flag racing back underway for the final lap of the race after Alain Boucher stopped at turn 5. So here they come then down the back straight into the tricky turn 16 up towards the kink at 17, and that was a quick lap, wasn't it? I feel like it's all over already. And Aaron Ferrazzano will make his way to the start finish straight to pick up what should be his 2nd win of the weekend. Checkered flag is out, and it's another win for Aaron Ferrazzano, who of course wins for Winfield Racing. A brilliant performance, commanded it well. The restart at the safety car was brilliant, and Aaron Ferrazzano is a double winner now in the Ultimate Cup Series. Across the line 2nd then is Nano Lopez. Matteo Valente takes 3rd place, is under investigation, so we'll have to see if that sticks for now. Dylan Estra could move up to 4th. And Alexander Berdeau at the moment 5th provisionally. Solian Amrouche there, you see, is crossing the line in 6th. Laurent Vutic 7th. Walter Rijkaard has crossed the line in 8th. Frederic Boileau 9th. 10th is Gilles de Pierre, and bringing up the rear is Thierry Malholm in 11th. Great racing from these guys all weekend. Really enjoyed watching them, actually. They've been showing us how it's done out here in Motorland Aragon and given us a good show for both qualifying and the races. It's been really interesting to watch. Hugh Barter, who was the championship leader coming into this, will no longer lead the championship because Nano Lopez has got a win and a second place. So Nano Lopez should be the new championship leader. Feels like these two are still racing. The checkered flag has definitely come out, but Dylan Estra and I think it was Matteo Valente still looked like they were racing out there. Very interesting. Suddenly had a panic then. I'd called it too soon, but I definitely haven't. The checkered flag has been out. I saw it with my own eyes. And the last few cars then making their way back to the pit lane. Dylan Estra there probably actually will be, well, if there's a penalty for Matteo Valente, will probably take home another podium, which will be good because Dylan's had a tough weekend. Didn't finish the last race after having an incident with Aaron Ferrazzano, and Dylan Estra just could have done with a better weekend, really. Here you go. Aaron Ferrazzano then pulls into the number 1 space, and it's another win for the young Belgium. Laurent Vutic there, just heading into the pit lane. He is the gentleman winner and finishes 7th overall, so he'll be pleased with another win and to extend his championship lead. Nano Lopez then just slides in as well to 2nd place, and 3rd place will be Matteo Valente. But for now, Aaron Ferrazzano will be absolutely elated with another 1st place, another win for Winfield Racing. And that is brilliant to see for the young driver. So he'll just take all his stuff off and his helmet, and Chaz in the way there, but that's okay. It's all right. We didn't need to see Nano Lopez anyway. Don't worry about it. And hopefully maybe we'll get a chat with Nano Lopez and we can confirm if he's leading the championship. Not that the drivers really do any maths, but I'm almost certain Nano will be championship leader at this point. And we should be able to head back down and speak to our winner, Aaron Ferrazzano, who is currently alongside our reporter, Chaz Draycott.
Thank you very much, Claire. Fantastic to see Aaron take another victory, your 2nd in the same weekend where you got your 1st win as well. You must be absolutely over the moon.
Yeah, it was amazing. 2 wins today, this weekend, so yeah, very happy. It's just amazing for me. 1st season in the Formula 3, stepped the Formula 4, so yeah, very happy about that. And I want to thank the team for sure because, yeah, what a work, yeah.
How did the car feel in these hotter conditions? Was it okay towards the end, or were the tyres starting to go slightly?
Yeah, a little bit difficult, but yeah, I adapt to condition.
You held on well enough. A big celebrations planned tonight then?
Yes, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Fantastic. We'll see whether we can catch, he is right here actually, Mr. Lopez, to have another chat with me. Not as happy after that one, but still, you've got a lot of points in the championship now, so obviously that's been the main aim this weekend, has it?
Yeah, we just wanted to get the championship lead. I think we are now on the lead. So yeah, it's great for the rest of the season. We'll try to just win as much as we can and grab as many points. But yeah, I'm not happy, but it's good actually because yeah, I'm disappointed, but we got a win and a 2nd place and a 3rd place after getting hit. But yeah, we got penalized yesterday, so yeah, I think overall a good weekend. But yeah, we always pushing to be better.
Yeah, you're a perfectionist at the end of the day. Manicourt and Paul Ricard still to go. Do you enjoy those circuits?
Yeah, I driven with the Manicourt with the Formula Renault, so yeah, I'm looking forward to see what this car can do there. And yeah, just as I said, getting as many points as we can. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Nano. Very best of luck for the next round.
Thank you.
Okay, Nano Lopez then, obviously, as he said, not as happy as we saw him earlier on in the day, but still, they've scored a lot of championship points as this team this weekend. So with Hugh Barter not being here, they've had to take advantage of that, and they've done so in such a great manner. Another brilliant race to round out the weekend, though, from the Hoosier Formula Cup. We still have plenty more racing action coming this afternoon, so don't go anywhere. But this is, unfortunately, their last race of the weekend. But it's been great fun to watch. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again very, very soon.
Thank you, Chairs. Of course, this is our overall classification, though. Aaron Ferrazzano takes his second win of the race. Nano Lopez leads the championship now. Matteo Valente, Dylan Estra, Alexander Bordeaux, Solian Amrouche, Laurent Vutic. And rounding up the top 8 is Walter Reichardt. And then finishing just the final 4, Frederic Boileau, Gilles de Pierre, Thierry Malholm and Alain Boucher, who actually didn't finish the race, but finished enough to be classified. Do make sure you join us next time. We will be back for Magny Cause for more racing from the Hoosier Formula Cup.